Hello. This is not Wednesday. What's going on? It's Tuesday. Yes, I know. Not what Wednesday. What Tuesday? Strange, I know, but hey, look at this. So, yesterday on ITV, which is a TV station here in the UK, there was a Wheel of Time segment, and a wonderful person on Blue Sky shared the link earlier and had a copy of it, and it's really, really hard to get a good copy of it. So I've done my best to get you a copy to watch. And this interview was with Rosamund Pike, obviously playing Moiraine, and there was also an exclusive clip, which I think adds a lot of context to everything we've seen so far. So I'm going to put that up now after these titles, and then we'll have a quick look at it and see what we can work out and where it fits into everything else we've seen. So thanks in advance to Neil Tweed on Blue Sky for sharing this with everyone, because excellent find. Nice one. Right, in a minute. Okay, so here is the full segment from ITV, and then once we've gone through that, we'll take a bit more of a detailed look at the clip.
Now, next up, this is definitely one for the fans, if you've been following it, okay? It's a fantasy series. It's called The Wheel of Time.
Right.
Just in case it's gone under your radar, and it returns to our screens next month. Now, the show, which amassed 1.16 billion hours of watch time in its debut week back in 2021. It's based on the book series, which has sold more than 90 million copies worldwide. It can be a little bit confusing, but luckily I know exactly what's going on, because I'm reading it now. In The Wheel of Time, it's a story that follows Rand as he learns he is the dragon reborn destined to save the world, or break it. The show stars Rosamund Pike as Moiraine, a powerful Aes Sedai of the Blue Archer. Rosamund has spoken about the task of translating all of that on screen, just in case I've let you down this morning. It's no mean feat. Here you go.
And that's our job, to make these big statements, these dangers that don't relate to our world, feel relatable. So I remember, in season 1, I had to say that the Dark One was starting to move Trollocs through the ways. Now, that is something that means nothing to people who don't know anything about the Wheel of Time, but the stakes have got to feel like, North Korea is making moves that they are going to deploy the atomic bomb.
So there you have it.
The Dark Ones are moving Trollocs through the ways.
I know.
Might hang on to that one.
I've had my fun up the Trossachs in Scotland, but I couldn't pick a Trolloc out of a lineup, could you? The stakes are high indeed. We have an exclusive look now from the first episode as Rand and his friends and allies reunite in the city of Farm. Moiraine has a warning.
This city is not safe, obviously. I would ask you all to stay here. But I know you'll do as you wish. So please remember that the person shining your shoes will give your description to the South Harbour fishmonger, who in turn will speak quietly to the innkeeper at the Upriver Run, who is a woman who reports every suspicious newcomer directly to the Red Archer.
High drama indeed. The Wheel of Time Season 3 releases on Amazon Prime on the 13th of March.
Okay, so lots of good stuff there as well. I like Rosamund trying to sell things that we just, in this world would make no sense. That's all pretty cool, and it's nice to see the dedication. Obviously, she's fully invested in this now with the amount of work she's done on the books and everything, and reading through all of those, not to mention the research for the role itself. She's got this grounding, so she knows what she's talking about now. But initially, as a layman, what the hell does the Trollocs are moving through the ways mean? Not a lot. Anyway, we've got this clip, and it's very short, and I'll just quickly go through it, sort of point out who's there, and the message that she's got, I think, is great. It looks, certainly, I feel like this is not Falm. This is Tar Valon. Although I would hope so. But then again, looking again at the architecture, doesn't necessarily look entirely Tar Valon at this point, so we'll have to see. But it feels like they've just arrived and she's stowed them away, personally. But anyway, let's give it a watch and see where we end up.
The city is not safe, obviously.
So yeah, this city is not safe. And then she mentioned South Harbour in a little while, so we'll go with it's Tar Valon, because what are the odds it isn't at this point? Almost everyone is in shot. Everyone that we know is here. We have got Rand, we have got Egwene, we have got Matt, Perrin, Nynaeve, Bane and Chayed, Loyal. Elaine was next to her, and Avienda is just out of shot. And in a second, we'll see Lan as well.
I would ask you all to stay here.
There he is. Just ninja appeared. He wasn't there in the first shot. He's just stepped out of the shadows.
But I know you'll do as you wish. So please remember that the person shining your shoes.
It's a good warning, this.
To the South Harbour Fishmonger.
Look at them all. The maidens all look like they've just been told off by a teacher. So does Matt. Even Loyal is looking sheepish. Perrin always looks uncomfortable. Nynaeve can't even look at her. It's brilliant.
Who in turn will speak quietly to the innkeeper at the Upriver Run, who is a woman who reports every suspicious newcomer directly to the Red Azure.
Yeah. He's not keen on the Red Azure after all his previous experiences. So it looks like it's taken hold, which is great. And then we go back to this, which is irrelevant. So it looks like it's taken hold. But what I would absolutely love in this situation is for it to cut almost immediately after that warning to Matt proclaiming himself the Hornblower with the Horn of Valere and having his picture drawn while the boys get pissed in the pub. It feels like if this is the warning, behave, be quiet, Matt does exactly the opposite. Now, I'm fairly certain it should be a bit later on. I imagine Matt must go to the tower and have some healing at some point after the crisis. It looks sunny here. The series opens on the rain, so this is prior to that because Moraine's already in town, so this must be a cutback. But it's a nice little, just a little bit setting up, getting everyone into Tar Valon and showing what happens before the shredding. And I really want to watch the rest of that, but we're going to have to wait like everyone else. So that was it. This was just quick. And I think it's a nice thing to have. It's nice that it's going mainstream, and I know that is an odd one, but I haven't seen this on live television yet. I've seen it on Nerdists and all of those sort of appropriate websites that cover sci-fi and fantasy and comic books and all that sort of stuff. I haven't yet seen it like this on a major network's daytime TV show. Like this is on live every single morning of every single working day of the week on ITV here in the UK, and I mean, it's not a program for me. I haven't watched ITV live for years. Very rarely watch it at all. It's not that kind of a channel, but it is one of the two mainstream terrestrial free-to-air channels in the UK, so this is aiming for general population. Now that wasn't aimed at us, although oddly enough it's an odd clip to choose for people who aren't fans, because it doesn't give much away except that something is up and Red Azure must be scary. But yeah, I like the fact that they're going mainstream. I don't think we've had that yet with this. I haven't seen this show pushed in this way in either of the first two series, and I hope that going all out like this really brings in the people. The stats were good in the interview. The 64 billion trillion million hours watched was great. That tells people they should be watching it. And yeah, I just hope we see a lot more of this, and if anyone else has got any country specific clips that maybe we've not seen, then get them shared, because we just need to see them, don't we? Anyway, this is Tuesday night. I'm going to very quickly upload this and then go to bed, and tomorrow hopefully we'll have more news. Yay, what Wednesdays. So yeah, take care guys, see you in a bit.